actually a comedy of errors at the beginning of this live stream. I don't know if you saw the intro or not. I was messing around. I did some recording earlier today, and I was using the streaming platform to do it, and I didn't have everything back in place. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Small Town Guys. You got Stu, you got Jer behind the rib cage, and you got me. Stu, what's
I
going
like
on, man?
being ambushed with the start of the show. I like being in mid-sentence, mid-thought, and then having it just blasting in my face. But you think, okay, all right, now I know that the show's about to start. No, how about the intro restarts 3 more times, and then you're screaming, and I can barely hear that. And I think that maybe just like the most chaos when we start the show probably leads to a better outcome.
I'm just getting the Instagram stream going. Listen, I thought things were going smoothly. You know what I mean? We're kind of
indicated that it was going smoothly. Like you think, like, okay, now we've hit our groove. Like,
pre-show meeting. We
scrapped half of the bits we wanted to do this week. Everything got S-canned about 10 minutes ago.
Listen,
there's
guys.
No topics.
Listen, first of all, welcome to everybody in the chat. I see some. I see a long time in there. Shout out to my boy Jamie Tripp. Hopefully, everybody's doing well on this fine Thursday. For those of you that are just tuning in, this is Small Town Guys, not a beer podcast. But
is that the subtitle of the show? Small Town Guys, not a beer podcast.
I've been surprised by how many people are still around. Matthew, good to see you in the chat, man. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, we've got Eagles Giants in the background. I don't know if you guys have this going on a screen in your area. I will tell you right off the top, though, that I am not a fan of Fitzpatrick, the quarterback Fitzpatrick.
Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic. Yeah, I'm not a fan. And since he's done since he's gone behind the desk, since he's become media, sometimes I think he talks about current players that are better than he ever was, and talks with a certain air that I don't appreciate. He's no Dan Orlovsky.
Right.
Okay. Dano, I think, is close to the gold standard as far as old players that now do content.
You're talking about like mid sort of like older players that do better in front of the mic than they did in the huddle?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So now, your question to Ryan Fitzpatrick is, who do you think you are?
Yeah. What is that from? Is that from something?
I don't know. Like asking somebody who they think they are. Yeah.
That's exactly. I mean, that's exactly what I think it is. I think Dan Orlovsky has the benefit of never. I mean, he ran out of the back of the end zone. You know what I mean? And he was part of an 0-16 team. I saw a clip with Calvin Johnson where he was like on one of those OG old head podcasts now, and they asked him, was it Dan Orlovsky's fault that you were 0-16? And he said it didn't help. Which I appreciate.
But he's not hated. He's still loved by the Detroit fandom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think anybody that's attached to that era, on some level, you still have to love them. You know what I mean?
You have to love them like family.
You do? Well, I guess they're the closest thing to family. They disappoint you the most. Yep. They hurt you often.
Yep.
Yeah. And you only like to spend time with them on Sundays.
My problem with Ryan Fitzpatrick, it's not even a problem. He started appearing in everything, right?
Yeah.
Like he was. It was all the time then with the chest hair and commercials and being kind of like a funny hipster,
Uh-huh.
sort of guy. I don't mind that arc, that
Uh-huh.
character arc, for quarterbacks. But I don't know. I think that
This was a great bit for him. I feel like this was the mountaintop for him. When he put the chains on and the velour tracksuit, and he was just out there living life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Aviators. Who's another quarterback that could get away with this right now and it wouldn't even be seen as a joke?
Oh,
I know my guy.
who is he? Atlanta.
Bo Nix?
No. Nix is not in Atlanta.
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
That's my guy.
It.
I love Kirk Cousins.
And again, he would be kind of doing it ironically. Do you know who would be doing it seriously and people would love it? Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield could be that guy. Oh, yeah. Pull it back up. Can you put that back up there?
Yeah. I already deleted it. I already deleted it off of the world.
I just deleted it from existence. It's back. Yeah, Baker could do that. Baker could do that.
I don't think he's got enough personality, does he?
Oh, you know what though? Well, they had a great interview with him this week when they said, "Have you noticed that people don't mind your antics now that you're like good?" I mean, that wasn't the exact question. Beercoy, not a beer pod. This is just hanging out, man. We're watching Thursday Night Football, doing our thing. You're hanging with your people, okay? Let us know what you think about Baker Mayfield.
Have you had anybody get mad at you for doing these yet? Like they're straight up mad at you.
I had a friend that texted me today, and he said, let me know if there's any beer podcasts that I should be listening to. Also, what the hell is Small Town Guys?
And that was me. I texted that to you.
I watched 14 minutes. I listened to 14 minutes of it, and all you guys were talking about was pillars. And I'm like, yes, episode
Actually,
5.
That's the best review we've got so far.
But listen, the sponsors love it though, man. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that the sponsors love, so we're just giving them what they need. But yeah, if you don't have Thursday Night Football on, shout out to Baker Mayfield. Turn it on. He's not playing today, but you know who is? We're gonna have old Jalen Hurts.
Who cares? Who cares about the Eagles? I care about two things.
Yeah.
Cam and Scatabo.
Yeah. How long is he gonna last in the league?
20 years. I don't care. He's my favorite player, hands down, right now.
Did you see him block that lineman out in the flat last week? And he just absolutely pancaked the guy.
Yeah. What do you want him to do? He's just going to hit people, and he's gonna be a maniac. And Jackson Dart's there too.
He's also a maniac. I have officially added Jackson Dart to my list of quarterbacks I don't like.
Okay.
I mean, is that
Spencer Rattler on there?
No, I like Rattler, man. I think he's first of all, yeah, I think I just feel bad for the Saints. I think that's what happens when you're a Lions fan and you lose so much, and then you see another bad team, and then you're like, I
have like, and you're supposed to have you're supposed to have empathy for them.
I do a little bit,
and it's like no, I don't care. Like I got hit before. Now you're getting hit. You getting hit's not my problem. Do you understand anything about the cycle of abuse?
And as it needs to be. Speaking of cycle of abuse, Stuart, I feel as if you manifested something. Jer, I'm gonna put you back in the rib cage, my man, and we're gonna maximize some visuals that we have here. Bierko is not a football guy since the Ram played in St. Louis. And Matt, we got a Bears fan in here. Yeah,
Greatest
but
show
listen,
on turf.
yeah, but nobody. I also have to make my pain, our pain, Stu and I's pain exclusive. There are very few, especially football teams, that are allowed to claim the pain that we feel.
Pain claimers. Yeah.
The Browns.
The Browns.
And is that the end of the list?
Browns. I would say Carolina is going to be getting in there at some point soon. I think that Jacksonville's got a right to kind of like, complain a little bit, but generational trauma.
Yeah, generational
the Browns. Trauma. The Browns have it worse than us by a long shot. We had Barry Sanders, you know, we had Megatron. The Browns had Tim Couch.
Yeah. We have been blessed with that. But speaking of abuse, generational trauma, let's get into something that you manifested last week, Stu. If you did not listen to episode 5, and to Joe out there that I know, he brought up a good point. He needed to finish episode 5 before he got in on today because he didn't want to be behind the ball on anything.
It's like it's episodic television. And where we really screwed up is that we didn't have like the previously on Small Town guys, where we can kind of go over, like all the bits and shtick from last week that we were going to continue on. Like, maybe they're going to get into Pillar 3 and Pillar 4. Sorry, we'll never talk about pillars again.
We do need to. This is our reference for the generational trauma for the Browns fans out there. You guys count, you're valid. All that stuff counts. I mean, what they really have to hang their hat on is Bernie Kosar. But
wait, are we going to come back to that?
I'm flipping us back. Are we going back to the trauma, to the assault?
Are we going back to the Brown, to that
to what you manifested?
List? Yeah. So, all right. Oh, did I manifest something with the Browns?
No, you manifested something with the Cardinals.
Yeah, our guy, friend of the show, Mario DiCario, last week. I don't know if he's just giving us bits, but that was a truly unfortunate. And, the part that bothers me the most, and we talk about the cycle of abuse.
Yeah.
We all felt the same way when we saw it happen. We weren't mad at him. We weren't mad at him for doing that. It was like, yeah, you're just a guy, man. You're like the rest of us. You'll make mistakes. And then like this big bully starts just laying into him on the side. He's there with his football friends. His football friends are trying to make him feel better after he made a mistake. Got his arm around him, loving him.
Yep.
And this awful coach, the $100,000 coach, comes up and just starts pounding on him. It was horrible to see. As a football fan, you want to see that? I don't.
Well, I feel like something I didn't expect. So first of all, just to cover this phenomenon of dropping the football before getting into the end zone, it's absolutely insane.
Because it's optional. It's optional at this point. You know what? It's a cold move. If you ask me, it's like, yeah, I got all the way there and nobody got me. So, but you know what? I don't even have to score a touchdown right now.
Yeah. Hey, Jer, who's everybody in this picture? Because the video portion is who dropping the ball pretty well of the goal line.
Yeah, that's well, hold on. So you got Gannon and DiMacario at the top.
Up at the top, yep.
You got the infamous Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
On top right. You got Corley, that happened earlier this season from the Jets, and you got Jonathan Taylor. And then I honestly can't even remember. I want to say that was
I'm not sure.
Von Miller.
It looks like a linebacker number or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's Thank you, Jared. It's one of those. It's one of those scenarios where, with all the betting that happens now in the NFL and all the fantasy implications, stuff like this is pretty bonkers. So this was a huge run, correct? I mean, or am I wrong on that?
70 yards.
It was. So it's a 13-point play in fantasy, correct?
Yeah. Was, he was hot footing. It was now,
and then
now I didn't mention this in Mario DiCario, and I don't know if his name is evolving or continuing to evolve, and that's okay. That's not my business. Mario DiCario was on the fantasy football team that was opposing me this past week.
Yeah.
And if he would have crossed the goal line with the football in his hands, I would have lost.
Oh, it's so good, man.
And I couldn't have planned it any better.
So good.
I don't know who I'm going to pick this week to be the, my NFL my NFL crush for the week. It's definitely Mario DiCario.
It was a real Swami call. You know what I mean? Kind of prediction kind of thing.
I was wondering if we could say Swami on this podcast.
I think we can say Swami. I was thinking it's kind of Carson-esque, isn't it?
It is a little bit Carson-esque, and everything that went back in those days still goes.
I mean, I don't think we're going to be throwing...
Jared could pull an Ed McMahon and show up absolutely S-faced and, maybe get into a fight with me, which would be kind of funny.
Matthew in the chat does acknowledge the fact that there's an $18 million head coach salary in there when it comes to $100,000. But still, how many bands is that, Stu? Do you like to talk in bands?
Yeah, a lot of my vernacular kind of comes from the streets. A lot of ways. That's a lot of bands. Yeah,
it's just like when Michael Scott was talking to Stanley, and Stanley just plays along and told him that he was from the ghetto.
Yeah,
I did grow up on the ghetto.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's still a healthy number of bands there. But I mean, I think I couldn't watch it too many times. I couldn't watch the playback. I probably only watched it 20 or 30 times before I had my fill. And I feel as if it was a spanking. I don't know if it was a punch. It's hard to tell.
He got him twice in that.
Yeah. And so I don't know if that was a kidney blow or if there was some cheek involved. You know what I mean?
I think it was all frontal. I think he was just checking him in the bread basket.
I saw like a hit on the back. Did he punch him from the front?
I think he hit him from the front.
Oh, wow.
Ask producer Jared shaking his head. I don't
know.
Producer
Jared, what do you got on that? See if you can find us some stills. See if you can find us some
good high quality action.
Give us some gifts, baby.
They need to release the Mario footage. There's high quality 4K footage out there that they're not giving us access to.
There's multiple camera angles.
There's multiple angles on it. Like we don't know what Marvin Harrison Jr. was doing.
There's
He's like, drop it, yo, drop it.
There's a conspiracy that there's more than one spanker or puncher, whatever it was.
Right, yeah,
a second spanker. But yeah, so Stu apparently has this capacity to call somebody out and just have something big happen. And the fact that it's like a national NFL story, the fact that it affected your fantasy game in our league, like it's even better. Like if it was in one of your work leagues, that's one thing or whatever, but it was in our league. And you get that sweet thrill of victory, baby.
It's I mean, when you reach a certain age in life, few things give you enjoyment anymore, and so we take the most pettiest things that we're not actually in control of to feel, like to feel relevant and to feel, on top of things.
Absolutely.
Talking about this fantasy football garbage, the person I'm playing against this week just initiated what would be kind of one of the biggest trades probably in the last few years in our league.
Oh, for sure.
And he's getting some fairly significant players, which is interesting to me. Did you have any initial thoughts? Do you remember who all was part of that trade?
Yeah, right off the top, the two sides. One side is sending Roma Dunze, C-Mac, and Caleb Williams. And the other side is sending Lamar, or Elmar, as I like to call him, Kittle and Henry. That's a blockbuster, dude. Because first of all, Lamar is a top 3 quarterback. Kittle's the top 3 tight end. And Henry is a top running back. Yeah. And then Rome is a wide receiver 1. C-Mac is the running back 1, I believe. And then Caleb is, you could probably make a decent argument for top 6, at least top 8. That's a wild trade.
It's a crazy trade. I don't know. Do we want to talk about who we think gets the better of that trade? Or
yeah, go for it. Because actually, I don't even know the names attached to it anymore because I didn't say who traded what those two teams are. So I don't even have that on my screen right now. I just see the players. I do know that one team is down right now and the other team is up. So the two teams that traded, one has a losing record, one has a winning record.
Do you want to know who has the losing record? Which one?
Jim has the losing record. Jimbo has the losing record. And LP2 has the winning record. If I just had to say off the top, I mean, I would give it to the team that's getting Rome, C-Mac, and Caleb. But that's just me. That's my take.
He's I think the other guy's buying low. I think that Lamar and Derek could bounce back.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100%. So my guess is, so do you know who got what team is what on this, Stu? Who's receiving Rome, C-Mac, and Caleb?
Jim
is? Well, this is the move. He has to go. Okay, so to me, this is a move for Lou to be like, he's shooting for ceiling because he's already winning. And this is the move for Jimbo to kind of get back in it. You know what I mean? Because right now he's eating it with both Henry and Kittle and Lamar. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're both swinging for the fences, baby.
Well, I play Lou this week, so it will be interesting to see if any of that comes into play.
Absolutely. Alki Mista in the chat. Awesome job, guys. Here's a brewer from Chile. Keep the industry up. What's good, man? Good to see you in there. Hopefully you're doing well. This is not a beer one. I will be back with beer stuff next week. But hey, beer people, though, my interview with Jen Talley is awesome. You should check it out. Super cool lady, man. That was a great conversation that we had. But back to the question at hand. So yeah, that was kind of the fantasy blockbuster. Did you have any other gut feelings on this, Stu?
No, honestly, I don't oppose that trade. Like it's
great.
The trade is fine. Like I like seeing a shakeup. I can't really. I could probably talk myself one way or the other on it, but not enough that I feel like anybody's getting fleeced or winning big.
You know, Stu, it's good for the game. You know what I mean? We need these big trades. We need people willing to take the swing. I think it's really difficult to pull off trade. Well, I know it's really difficult to pull off trades in our league because people don't want to be the person that makes that trade that everybody talks about for years. I believe you were on the winning side of one of those in the past.
Maybe a very, very long time ago.
I think so. I think I remember you fleecing somebody, but nobody wants to be fleeced in these situations, right?
Yeah, I think I traded like Eddie George when he was on the
Titans?
Cardinals.
Okay.
Not Eddie George. I'm sorry, Emmitt Smith. This is going back a long time. Emmitt Smith at the end there when I traded him for like probably somebody who helped me win the league. So it's fine.
Yes.
But
yes.
Well, I don't know. There's trades are always, they used to happen a lot more where I think we're not as engaged as we used to be. So we're not really thinking about all the wheeling and dealing and the scheming, but we still have some friends that do like to do that.
Producer Jared, do we have audio for Should You Do That? If we do, hit the sweet theme music.
I'd like to know how he's going to do that.
Oh, Jimmy is always on it. Legendary trade for Tiki Barber and some scrub. So that was another
Alshon Jeffrey, I think.
It may have been. That's funny. And that was back when Tiki Barber was like, when he got like 2,000 yards in one season or something, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, this is probably 2005. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we're gonna dovetail this thing, Stu. Should you do that?
Should you do that?
Fantasy football trades, veto or not veto? Stu, should you do that?
No, it's kind of, I think it's BITCH behavior to veto a fantasy football trade. As long, everybody, you pick your player, you pick your the people that are in your league carefully enough that that if anybody's going to throw something away, throw a team away, like by trading off their players, then you got a bigger problem. But no, I don't think you should do it.
There really shouldn't be any collusion stuff. My thought is, if maybe this would happen in like a public league or something like that, or like in a league where you're not actually like close with the people. But in my mind, if somebody wants to make the trade, they can make the trade. If there's clear evidence of somebody like paying somebody, or it's I don't know. But I think more often than not, we think we're right about a scenario, and we're not actually right in the moment.
I saw a trade in a side league this season where somebody traded Jamar Chase for Breece Hall straight up.
Oh, was that after Burrow got hurt?
After Burrow got hurt.
Still, that's pretty wild.
Yep, I thought so too.
I actually did I did a Bengals video today, Stu. Speaking of
producer Jared, roll that Bengals footage. Roll the Bengals video.
I did a video on how I think that trading for Joe Flacco is a terrible idea, and they should just go ahead and suck this year. And the idea is, I saw it's a content creator position for like NFL, like NFL, it's like NFL fan stuff, and I have a feeling that it's 100% unpaid, because I think the person that's potentially interviewing me is an intern. But I looked at their stuff on YouTube, and some of their stuff does get like several thousand views or whatever. And basically, they're just looking like for fans that want to make content about their team. So I saw it posted for Cincinnati. So I did a video for the Bengals. But he said, "Is there any other team you like too?" And I told him I'm actually a Lions fan. So I'm hoping to mess around with that a little bit. I think it might be fun.
And so in your audition reel, you said that trading for Flacco was a bad idea.
Yes.
And
do you want to see the footage? I mean, I can roll it.
No, I'm interested, but I think that I say, why not? I say, why not see how many teams this guy can be on by the time he wraps up his career. If I'm an owner, let's see it.
There I am. Hold on. Oh no, this is the wrong one. This is definitely the wrong one. This is the unedited one. Let me
Oh,
try
the one
to
with the swears in it?
the
How
one
many
where let's
times you
get this
dropped Swami in that one?
let me try this again. Oh, I know it'll actually be in documents. Mills Flacco is bad for the Cincinnati Bengals. I can see what they think they're doing here. They're 2-3 and in second place in the division. They see Baltimore having a
Hold on a second. So
yeah,
your head is all over the place.
dude, I'm right in there, man.
You are a bobblehead right now.
Down year. I'm right in there. The Steelers are unconvincing at 3-1. So they make the trade for Joe Flacco. They think that maybe they can hold things down, stay around 500 until Burrow gets back. And then they think, hey, Burrow's going to be able to sneak us into the playoffs. But we have to remember that the Bengals are a team with some fundamental flaws. They don't play defense. Almost 45% of their cap space this season is tied up in 3 offensive.
You're playing
That's
this,
right, baby.
You're playing this very straight. You are giving expert analysis.
Listen, dude,
if I'm looking for content creators, I wanted you put that graphic up of the Cleveland Browns quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Put that up a little bit ago. The thing that jumped out at me is like, this is a fun list. There's Flacco, there's Zappo, there's it's like all these fun names. It's like, well, like how weird and wild can this get? Like, sure, everybody's gonna do this, but like, how weird? Like, how much fun can you have with it? No, you're playing this very straight. You're an analyst here, and you're crazy intense. You are locked in a way I have never seen you lock in.
Bro, I'm about to start dropping numbers, baby.
Yeah, like I'm sweating right now. Like this is,
and none of them protect the quarterback. Jake Browning, I don't know what happened to him this season. Last year he came on, had some big games. He was capable of helping the Bengals be competitive. But at this point, Browning is not the guy that we saw last year. I think one of the things that you can point to is the offensive line is definitively even worse than they were last year. So in my mind, when things like this happen, you accept your fate.
You accept your fate.
Accept your fate, baby. Accept your fate. So
that's intense.
Oh, it is intense, baby. Listen, I'm gonna give him the real stuff.
Okay? You got to give him the real stuff. You're going up there and you're pitching heaters, right? You're giving them your fastball right away.
Yeah. And I mean, if I'm going to do something like, and we'll see if they want me to do it or whatever. But I've got takes still. I've got takes.
You've got takes. Well, no, I of course, as always, I'm rooting for you.
You always do root for me. Mm-hmm. You always got my back.
And then after you filmed that, you ran to the bathroom and got the shave kit out.
I trimmed my beard today. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like straight from that, like ran to the bathroom. Peggy's trying to talk to you. Don't talk to me. I got to do this.
I got a haircut. And so I had to trim up my beard.
It looks good. I didn't know if you were already going for your Halloween look.
Well, so here's the deal. So I trim my beard because I don't know about you, but around the chin area, I get really, when I hit a certain length, I don't like it bugs me, and I touch my chin too much and it hurts, and I don't like it. It gets irritated. So what I tried to do was I tried to trim my beard so I could alleviate this chin situation, but then it was on a little bit of a lower setting than I wanted to, because I was fine with accentuating the fact that the mustache is there, but now it just kind of looks all mustache. But I'm dialed into the fact that the beard's going to come back in behind it soon enough, and I can hopefully have Mecha mustache for the Halloween episode.
Yeah. Look how bored Jer looks right now.
Bengals. Oh, I thought he added something. He didn't. Let me get it off the stage. Get out of here. So
yeah. Jackson Dart running one in, no big deal. He's just kind of a stud young quarterback, doing his thing right now. So
I know.
That's
For
what
some
it is.
reason, was that Wan'Dale Robinson catching that ball? They got the ball back again. Yeah. Listen, both the Eagles, KC, they don't look as strong this year, and I will be ticked if the Lions lose to KC this week. Sunday night game, by the way.
Sunday night game. Is it in Arrowhead or in Detroit?
It's in Arrowhead.
When are we going to get I want the black unis.
Yeah. They didn't have those when we saw them on Monday, did they? Did they have black unis?
No, they'll only wear those at home.
Okay.
Those will be a home TV game, most likely. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Dart, he's all over the place, man. He's active. He's an active body. He's out there chucking it to the likes of who just scored that touchdown. Are you serious right now? Who was that? Jackson Dart. Wan'Dale Robinson, baby. 1'Dale. Man, it's going to be 14-3 Giants. I'd love to see the Eagles lose.
Of course. Yeah, no, we all would. And they're in that's a division matchup too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Did we have any other did I do that?
Should you do that?
Well, no, did I do that is kind of an Urkel based. That's an Urkel based segment that we'll have to rotate at some point where we dig into Urkel based lore and stories.
Wait, let's see. Let's try it again.
Should you do that?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. We've got some more. We've got some more in there. So you're actually saying, should I do that?
No. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Yeah. That's like his number one top, phrase.
By the way, how's my Urkel?
I'd work on it a little bit more.
You think so?
Maybe on your trip to the conference, you can workshop your Urkel.
I'm going to a conference. Did I say that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I am going to a conference.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about it. I think I'm nervous because I'm gonna have nobody at the conference, and there's going to be two people that I've talked to for 90 minutes apiece, and that's it. Let's run it back. Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do that? I feel like
that's a segment. That's a segment. Did I do that? And it's sponsored by Urkel.
Stu.
Stephen Urkel. Yeah.
Should you do that? Eggnog.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, should you do that? An Urkel voice. Eggnog. No, eggnog's good. I've never had spiked eggnog. Regular eggnog reminds me back. There was a period of time where I was living on the East Coast, and my roommate and I worked at UPS. Worked at UPS very late at night shift. And we would get back super late, and we would pour big cups of eggnog.
Yeah.
And we would cut up cheese, slices of cheese.
Yeah.
And we would watch Star Trek: The Next Generation.
That sounds like one of the most comforting things I can imagine.
Yeah.
That's a comfort evening or a morning, whatever it was.
It was the best, and I still look forward to seeing. Oh, there he is. What was? Oh, that's spiked eggnog, though.
Yeah. So I have a suggestion for you. Maker's Mark. in eggnog?
What is
Maker's Mark is just a bourbon.
okay?
It's the one that has the red wax running.
Yeah, no, I
down
could
it.
identify what it looked like.
Yeah.
I had a bottle of it. I don't think I drank it.
So half ounce to an ounce in like a small cup pour of nog, and then it gets like extra cinnamony. It's lovely.
Standard like alcohol that you would add to eggnog would be bourbon.
Yeah, I think so. You could do rum probably too. But yeah, I think anything spirit wise that kind of accentuates the spice character of it, because like rum is usually spiced and bourbon usually has that vanilla caramel thing going on. So yeah, I think so. I love it, man. We just made egg. I asked because we made eggnog tonight. We made pumpkin pie this evening, and that also inspired my son to want to make le nog, French for the nog.
So you guys are making pumpkin pies and eggnog, and you're like a Norman Rockwell sort of like scene there, just pure 1950s Americana,
Yeah, except I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Running around with your camera equipment, shaving your beard, and
I'm live streaming my beard trim. Yes, absolutely. I'm pro nog. So on the record, pro nog, you should do it. If you haven't done it, you need to. You can get store-bought, it's fine, but do yourself a favor. Maybe we'll share some recipes on this show, Stu. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll post
kind of like a recipe corner and maybe a coupon corner too.
Lifestyle pod, baby.
It is kind of a lifestyle pod, and I think we're establishing that lifestyle to be like senior citizen.
Next question, Stu. Should you do that? While we are in the pre-production meeting, I called somebody Big Dog. Or maybe that was when we were live. Big Dog, Ace, Boss.
Very different.
Should you do that? Just in general, subbing in terminology like that, and feel free to add to the list. Big guy.
Big guy sucks.
Is big guy worse than Big Dog?
Big Dog rules 100% of the time, 10 out of 10. If somebody to roll up me and say, "What's up, Big Dog?" That's getting the handshake, half hug deal, right?
Yeah.
Big guy, like,
yeah,
you better get out of my face super quick after that. But I mean, as a big guy, nobody likes to be called big guy. Ever. Like there's no big guys that want you to call them big guy.
Boss, but big dog.
Boss
cool.
works. Like Big Dog is cool. Boss is cool.
Yeah. Ace.
That doesn't even fit, man. Who's calling people Ace at this? I'm a buddy guy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Ace Chief.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in so much tone and intent carry. You can anything could feel good, anything could feel real bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I use them quite a bit. It used to be a major social crutch that I utilized when I first became a teacher. And I think it was because I went into a school, and it's a small town school that I was in. It wasn't like I was like in a big city or something. But most of the kids that I taught were court ordered or expelled from their original school. So it was a little bit of a more intense concentration of hard to handle students. And there was a lot of people, and I'm terrible with names. And so they want to trip you up with everything. And so it was a crutch that I would use of just subbing in nicknames like this, so I wouldn't have to remember anybody's name, or at least when I was trying to remember people's names, like buying myself some time. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I do find as I get older, I'm wondering if it sounds more and more condescending.
It's all on how you use it. It's all on how you swing the bat.
I did bust out boy on my son the other day. I said, come on, boy. And my wife did not like it.
Yeah, that one's a little rough. But be careful with that one.
Isaac was cool with it though.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, no, should you do that?
That's where we're back.
Yeah. Should you do that? Yes, but exercise caution. Know your audience. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just got into the end zone.
I wanted to give an update on something we talked about. It might have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, go for it.
We're talking about how we've lost, when we came back from Baltimore, and we were reflecting on the state of statues. Remember?
Yeah.
There's a really good statue out there. That one.
Yeah.
The Barry statue.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They got that. They nailed it. It looks so good.
That is good. Have you looked at it close enough? Is it because you can't really see the face?
Well, there's another angle on it. Let me grab that. There was another image where I felt like you could see the face better. I'm just saving things all over the place.
Hey, we got K-Bob in the chat, and he said, when I'm angry with my son, for some reason, I call him kid. Come on, kid. Yeah. K-Bob, good to see you. Good to see you in the chat, man. Hope everything is well in the Great White North.
Here, this one, you can see the face a little bit better, and I still think that it looks good. Here, let's pop that up. You can see from the side a little bit.
Yeah, I do think that's leaps and bounds better than definitely the D Wade, that grossly disproportionate stabbing guy from Baltimore.
The stab guy, but you saw the Ronaldo one?
No.
The Cristiano Ronaldo?
No, I've not pulled that one up. You got it?
Yeah, it might be, and it's just a bust. But I don't think it needs to be more than that, gratefully. Here, let's grab it real quick. I will give you a jump scare warning, because that's responsible. So let's take that off, and then let's see, how did the Ronaldo bust come out? Looks good. Looks pretty good.
Why does it look like Daniel Jones? Bro, it really looks like Daniel Jones. A lot of neck on that guy.
It's a lot of neck. Yeah.
That's gotta be. I mean, look at Daniel Jones. I'm so happy for Daniel Jones this year. I think if anything, it just shows. But between him and Saquon, you're proving once you get somebody out of that organization, it's the organization, not them. It's not me, it's you. You know what I mean? Because Dimes is just out there crushing it. I feel
100%. Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like that's miserable. And maybe some of it is the lighting too, because there's so many things that look crooked.
I think that's what Cristiano Ronaldo looks like.
But like Ronaldo is he's like a handsome guy. What were they doing here?
I don't know.
I think he's like pretty well renowned for like being like model handsome.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's got there's another bullet in the chamber here. Did Jer throw that one in there, or did you? Oh yeah. Follow up with the.
This can't be real. This is AI,
That's
right?
not real. Who made that? That's not true.
What if that's true? What if it's real?
That's not true. If you zoom out further, it would say Grok in the bottom corner.
Uh-huh.
Of it.
Yeah.
That is not.
Grok. Hey, Grok, is this real? Does that work if I just say it out loud?
Yes.
Grok, is this real? I'm just going around my house.
This is like LeBron James out 3 to 4 weeks apparently with something, a hip pointer maybe. That thing looks like they just put instead of giving them the ridiculous beard that LeBron has, they just gave him a Lincoln beard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, throw this other one up. This one right here. Check this out. Listen, it's Ronaldo.
Same.
I mean, listen, that's a good looking man.
Which one?
The actual human being.
Okay. I thought you meant like the bronze, like
no
squirrely looking German type guy.
Yeah, that's brutal. Because that's a beautiful man right there.
And we're losing the ability to create art.
I think you're right. Have you ever watched do you know Philomena Kunk?
I'm sorry, what?
Philomena Kunk. It is a Cunk.
I didn't know we could say that on this podcast.
It's a Philomena Kunk is a British comedian or comedic actress that does like BBC style documentary stuff.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. And she does one on Michelangelo and the statue of David, which is just brilliant. I honestly think, listen, everybody out there, if you need a laugh and you have not seen, I forget what the name of the stuff she does is, but Philomena Kunk, Cunk. She is so funny, and she ends up getting interviews with people, and I think some people have gotten on to the fact that she's just messing with them and she's just doing a bit. But I do know there was a period of time where people seem to not know she's doing a bit. And she's interviewing primarily British people, and they're like British academics. And so they tend to be rather serious people. It's fantastic.
That's
yeah. You've seen her stuff before?
I've seen like a trailer for her show.
I watched the show some. Just get on shorts and start running through shorts that she has. They're awesome. Hold on, don't tell me. Oh no.
Iconic.
Oh no. What am I looking at here? I'm going full.
It's pretty obvious who you're looking at. If you just
I'm really messed up because the torso is telling me it's a woman, but the top portion is telling me it's like, I don't know, like a 1950s crooner. Who's this? What's this supposed to be?
Well, it's Lucille Ball, of course.
Oh, yeah. No.
You love Lucy. Everybody loves Lucy.
She's a spitfire, that one. Why is she holding a bottle of hooch, it looks like?
It's the bit where she has to keep taking the sips of the medicine while doing the commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
Jared just left. Jared left. I'll tell you why Jared left. This is actually a funny story. Jared left because he was worried I was going to make some red hair joke about him being Lucille Ball. And that's why he hit the bricks. I wasn't going to do it, so he's kind of projected that on me a little bit, which makes me feel bad. So I'm kind of owed an apology now.
I like when you're left to balance the scales.
Well, it's it's a lot of work, and I have to do it, so
that is a brutal statue. I do think we've gotten worse. Are you like a? There is a certain flavor to Brit humor. I think.
Yes.
Are you like a Brit humor person? I guess we'll just kind of start at the top. Are you like a Monty Python guy?
Oh my gosh, no, I cannot stand Monty Python.
Why not?
It's gross. I don't like gross humor. Like there's something really over the top
Uh-huh.
with it.
Yep.
I've never enjoyed. So I know it's like that's gonna make me an enemy of probably just about everybody to say that I don't care for Monty Python. There's some, I don't know. I enjoy dry, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I think I like dry humor more
Yep.
so than just over the top. There are some Monty Python bits, of course, that are
Sure.
very, very funny.
Yeah.
But I have not spent a lot of time with that
Honestly,
stuff.
I haven't either. What I will say is I do enjoy, and I don't know if it's a pacing thing or delivery thing, but there are some either British, some British comedies or some British comics that I do enjoy. But then again, I don't know. I like listening to people that are different than me be funny, right? That have like a different cultural background, because to me, this is something that we can that I want to break into you with it like at some point. But like one of the things that I don't know, I love, one of my favorite things about rap is I like when people are clever with words.
100%.
Okay.
It's the best.
So first of all, the majority of the rappers that we grew up listening to grew up in a separate world from what you and I grew up in, right? And I love learning different turns of phrase. Even like with the British stuff, I love hearing what people call different things. I just love all of that. And so I'm always a sucker for being able to say something in an unusual way. Because I think it's one of the ways, I think it's a way of being funny without the punchline, right? So like if I can be telling you a story and I can make you laugh without even telling you the funny thing, but just by saying something in an unexpected way, that's a huge win. And I got that. I feel like I learned, like I started to emulate that from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad was always getting laughs without the punchline, right? Like I remember him and his buddies would be around the table, or like a couple, their friend couples would be over, and they'd be downstairs hanging out, and I'd be up in my room. I'm supposed to be sleeping, but I can just hear them laughing and carrying on. And I always remembered that my dad would get so loud, and you can probably hear that with me.
Mm-hmm.
But like when he was telling a story, like he would go down here from up here, then to up here. And he was getting laughs before the story was even over, before the joke was even over.
It was a hot crowd.
I always loved that, man. I always love that. And I think that that's part of the thing that I love about listening to comics that are outside of like the cultural space that I've inhabited, because you can get those fun ways of saying things that just make the whole thing pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Going back to you're talking about rap music.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think that it's what I appreciated so much about it as we listen to it, as we listen to it growing up, is that it is almost like learning a new language, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's cryptic. You don't understand half of 3/4 of what is being talked about, because it's just terminology, it's lingo, it's all the things that are being woven together so quickly. With the British stuff, I think that I don't know. I've not been into it as much as I was like 20 years ago.
Sure.
I think that comedy as a whole is worse now than it used to be.
Yeah.
And maybe that's me just being an old man. But I think that there is less leaving. Like I feel like the people show more now. Like they have to say more, like be more obvious, because I think that
Sure.
maybe audiences are less able to kind of like catch the, where the story's going, or not able to infer the situation as much as older audiences. But I absolutely could be wrong about that. But that's an interesting observation.
Well, and that's just one of the things I love. I love, like, and we had a great example from 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. But Cam Ward, 2 weeks ago, after they lost their fourth game in a row or whatever, because they won last week, I believe.
They're keeping it a buck.
He said he's keeping a buck. We ass.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. Like, to me, that's just, that's like the thing. I just took my headphones off and I'm like, I am really loud in this room. I love, to me, that's just fun. Like one of the reasons I think our buddy Jay is so funny. He's from the South, and he talks differently than us, man, and it's so fun. But yeah, so Cam Ward had that. I love keep it a buck and then saying we ass. Did he get fined? I don't think he got fined for that, but I think he got talked to by the PR staff and the coaching staff.
I don't know
of the team. In my mind, you should just be eating that up. That's gold. He needs a mic in front of him more often. Jalen Hurts.
Should you do that?
Should you do that?
Should you do that? Say the lingo.
But like, okay, so
no, for you or me, should you do that? Use the words that you hear.
Should I say things like we ass, or I'm gonna keep it a buck?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I would say I'm gonna keep it a buck. I would say that to harass my children. Yes. Like that's how I would use that stuff. I would try to use that as like as a weapon. Mm-hmm. To date myself or to antiquate myself.
Right.
That's how I would use that. But going back to the idea of hearing things in a way that you've never heard before, like this stuff brings me joy. So like one of my favorite Biggie songs that I didn't even know was a thing for a really long time was Party and BS. If you remember, do you remember that? Did you ever hear that song? I think it came out on when they did a movie, the Biggie movie, whatever it was. And I don't think it was on any major album at the time, but it's a great song. And he has some really clever things in there. And he goes, because if money smells bad, then this brother big is stinking. And I love that line. Like, that's great. Okay. Now, obviously he doesn't say brother. I say brother. Mm-hmm. But if money smells bad, then this brother big is stinking. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love talking trash. You know that.
Yeah, you do.
You've known me for a long time. It's something I've tried to modulate over the years. Mm-hmm. But to me, that's just beautiful stuff, man. I love that. It's creative. It's fun. And I love the bravado of rap. My buddy asked me one time, he's a little bit older than me. He's a little bit older than us. But he asked me, he goes, how does a white kid that grew up out in the country end up loving rap? And I'm like, it's because, well, one, I like the way it sounds, but two, like, I wasn't supposed to listen to it. This is the fourth tush push in a row, by the way, I think. But that was when the parental advisory stickers were coming out. And it was what we weren't supposed to hear. There was 2 Live Crew. Yeah, Jared's bouncing in and out. Jared, is everything cool? Let me see in the chat here. Lost all audio, so ask me to do anything right now. You got it, buddy. And we're back. All right, Jared. But yeah, so that's always what I loved about all that stuff. So
it was fun. It sounded good. It was different. It was like learning a new culture, a new language. It wasn't the I talk with I was talking with somebody not too long ago. I have like a friend who listens to like punk music and like metal and stuff, and I'm like, I think at a certain what your adult tastes are highly informed by what you consume when you're about 16 years old.
Sure.
You know, and I said, wasn't a metal kid, wasn't a rap kid, or I wasn't a punk kid. It was rap, and so now as an adult, I do not enjoy listening to rap or to punk or metal at all.
Yeah.
Like I never got into it. You know?
Me either. Not really. You know, like I remember my brother was really into like Motley Crue and stuff, and I was into that stuff when we were kids. But there was something I was going to ask you. I recently have felt a little bit of guilt because, first of all, I don't know if it's posted yet or not, but I made a meme for my content stuff about how people like when they get to play their music on the speaker in the brewery, they just are trying to show people how interesting they are. And I'm not going to tell you that that's never, sometimes I don't want somebody to be impressed with my playlist or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But I actually feel like a little bit bad because my 14-year-old loves me, sweet kid. He loves all the music I love. And he's to the age where he and his friends are starting to talk about music and stuff. And it hurts him when they don't like the music that we like. And it's not just that he's hurt, like he's shocked. Like he's floored that like the bros aren't like into like the Smiths and Tom Waits.
It's best that he learns this lesson now.
and it's funny because he's so sweet because honestly, I feel like
I should have told him Tom Waits sucks.
Okay. Do you don't like Tom Waits at all?
No, not at all.
Is there any way that I could maybe give you an album and see if I could turn you?
Yeah, sure. If every song is sung by Tom Waits, I'm not going to like it.
All right, I'm gonna Nighthawks at the Diner.
Okay. All right.
Nighthawks at the Diner.
Okay. I'm familiar with the painting. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. It's wonderful. And it's one of those where there's nothing else to do. You just hang out, play the album.
My daughter likes that and likes Tom Waits, and she listens to Modest Mouse and she listens to the Smiths, and she listens to all of this stuff, and like I'm listening to Lana Del Rey and I'm listening to The Weeknd, and she goes, I make jokes about how I listen to the music that you're supposed to be listening to, and you listen to the music that I'm supposed to be listening to. I'm like, sorry, I am a pop music goon.
Yeah, K-Bob says he's been firing up the DMX and Eminem of late. He doesn't know what's going on. I mean, it is good.
DMX is so. I did take my kid. My son likes rap. That's all he listens to. But I couldn't tell you one rapper that he listens to because it's all SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah.
And it's like this underground, sort of like vibe, scene, word of mouth, hipster stuff. He is like the definition of a hipster in like so many ways, but like I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't even know if my version of the internet is even allowed to have access to that. I don't think so. It's not even going to be on Spotify. Like, I don't even know how to even get to it. It's like having to try to install a special browser. Like, it's like a deep web sort of thing, but like,
you
need the 20-year-olds.
The TOR, the onion or whatever. I don't know what it is.
Or onion. Yeah.
So yeah, I did see Morrissey for the third time with my oldest daughter and my second oldest son. I am going to have to take my 14-year-old at some point when he comes back around again, I think, because I found out after that he was envious of not being able to go. But I don't know what it is. I have found out that I think so. My two albums for Tom Waits for You are Nighthawks at the
Two
Diner.
albums? You said one. I agreed to one album.
Now you
know,
get
it's like you're ramping it up on me.
Nighthawks at the Diner, and then Rain Dogs. And this feeds into a couple of different things. But I think maybe these are some of the guys that we're listening to here still.
Yeah, I'm sure my kid would know who those.
The one kid, the one kid on the far right is no longer with us.
Did you ever listen to Pop Smoke?
No. Is Pop Smoke up here?
No, he's dead too.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but it would be that, and then Rain Dogs. And so I think if you want to understand, and you can say whether or not you can imagine whether or not this appeals to you.
If you want to understand me, you just need to take a minute and listen to this music. And if you're actually listening to it, then maybe you'll know who I am.
Tom makes scary show tunes. His later career stuff is scary show tunes. He's making theater music.
And he did a song in a movie that my kids loved watching a long time ago.
Which one was it?
Robots.
Yeah, Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hated it. Hated hearing it. Hated everything about it. The vibe, the feel, the sound, all of it was just anathema to what makes me feel good.
That's so crazy to me because we certainly have areas of our personality that overlap. But for me, I listen to that, and like that Rain Dogs album, it's just it's like watching a movie in your head while you're listening to the album. And it's gross and it's ugly and it's weird, but he's so good. He's so good with words. He's so good with creating images with his stuff. Oh, it's awesome. It fires me up.
Do you like or did you like Jeff Buckley?
Okay, so I don't know much Jeff Buckley. Now the most I know of Jeff Buckley is when Rufus covered Hallelujah. I love Rufus. He kind of lost me a little bit as he went on. I'm like a first 4, maybe 5 album guy with him. But
Leonard Cohen was the first on Hallelujah,
but Buckley did that and was big with it. Are you a Buckley or Leonard Cohen guy?
Not Leonard Cohen. The Jeff Buckley. So I think about who are these in Rufus. I definitely put in there as kind of like these probably late 90s, early 2000s theatrical, over the top sort of showy sort of act. Yep. Rufus was like that first album I think I enjoyed, but I don't think I enjoyed anything after that. It was all a little too much to me. I put Fiona Apple in the same, sort of category. Like there's some stuff, but I'm not going to listen to too much of it. It's all too much. I want easy. I want pop hits, I just want fun music.
I have listened to more. I've been surprised with, I'll just throw up a YouTube one-hit wonder, 80s one-hit wonders, and just play it around the kids, because it's generally pretty safe to play regardless of the age of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it, man. It's a lot of fun, and it wasn't stuff, and I don't know if it's the nostalgia of it or what, but I get down with it.
I found a mixtape I made in 1988.
Okay, so physically a tape.
a tape, and I went through and I built a Spotify playlist for each, like, and the way I did it in 88 was I had a tape player that I was putting next to the TV. So I was watching like VH1 and I was just recording songs,
Yep.
And
do you remember the fact that you either had to tape over that little divot in the top of the tape, or I used to ball up paper and put it in there? Never gonna give you up, baby.
Yeah, it was it absolutely. Whoops.
That's one of the things that I remember, because I remember
when it was
making
when it was like a copyrighted, or like you tape over those little. Why did that even work? What was that?
There was a little hook inside of it that would go in, and then if it wanted to record, that thing had to be pushed up, because blank tapes didn't have those on it, and some even had a tab that you could break out.
Interesting.
Okay, for everybody that is not Gen X.
Yeah,
that's right. Ill-Gotten Grands mixtape showing your age. You better believe, baby.
Yeah,
Gen X in the house. We're a little bit on the edge. We're kind of tweeners.
I wonder if I can pull. I wonder if I could pull this playlist up for you, because it's a lot of things, but it is not what you would imagine 11-year-old kid would be listening to. It is. Yeah, let me
read you our best review ever. Our best comment ever on the pod just came through. K-Bob says, I tell you what, you guys are a breath of fresh air. My wife's in a Grey's Anatomy marathon, and I enjoy listening to you two shoot the shit about random topics. Well, K-Bob,
that's about as good as it's going to get.
I mean, I know we peaked.
That's
shut it
it's
down.
all down. You shut it down. It's all down.
All right, good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. All right. So this is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That is the nicest one we've gotten.
Yeah, let me share this. So this playlist, again, you think about what an 11-year-old boy is listening to, and you think, well, this actually looks more like a 35-year-old single woman.
Go ahead and read them out, brother.
So number one is Everything Your Heart Desires by Hall & Oates. So like looking back on this, of course, this is what I was listening to. These are the songs that informed my worldview. This was what make me lose control. Eric Carmen, probably most famous for Hungry Eyes, from the Dirty Dancing soundtrack.
Yeah.
George Michael's Faith was the coolest, most masculine, macho guy in my life, besides my dad in 1987, role models. I got my mind set on you, George Harrison. This song, I was obsessed with it.
Faith was a banger though, but yeah, keep going.
Steve Winwood, Roll With It.
Yeah.
Do you know all these songs?
I've known everyone up until that one. Not Roll With It, and I also just maximized the screen, so I do know all the ones that you've named so far.
Roll With It is a really good song.
I can only think of the Oasis song, which I know obviously that isn't it.
Oh yeah, Steve Winwood, Roll With It. Don't Shed a Tear by Paul Carrack. This is a song I hadn't heard in 30 some years.
Still a banger.
It's great. All these songs are really good. Now, there are some iffy ones coming. Foreigner, I Don't Want to Live Without You. It's just sappy. Some of the stuff is so freaking like sappy love songs. Like, bro,
you're a man of feelings, bro. No.
What? There's something wrong.
You got feelings.
Kokomo by the Beach Boys. Everybody loved that song.
Listen,
right?
hold up. I listened to Kokomo like a month ago. Have you heard the words to that song?
Yeah,
It
they're
literally
in my head
says
24/7.
it literally says afternoon delight in that song.
Yeah. Also says bodies in the sand.
Yeah. So now we know where they were for the afternoon delight in the
We
sand.
did. John Stamos playing the bongos in the music video. Like Gloria Stefan,
Yeah.
Miami Sound Machine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby. Say you
Dude,
love me.
I remember her on, they had a TV show, was it Solid Gold something? And they would have like live acts play or whatever. It was like Top of the Pops for
Solid Gold.
Americans.
Yeah,
Yeah, Solid Gold. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Do you, dude? If you get this, I will be so impressed. What was the name of the show after Solid Gold?
I mean, I'm guessing, was it the Star Show where they would
Star Search? Yeah,
Star
with
Search.
Ed
Was it
McMahon.
Star Search? Yes.
Yeah. That was good. You know, there are a lot of like famous comedians that like had like I don't know, what did they get, 5 minutes? You know,
I love the Star Search. Yeah. Now I don't know Kiss. By the way, I had a thing for Gloria Stefan, so
yeah,
I thought she was pretty.
Yeah.
The next one, I don't know the song.
Kiss and Tell by Brian Ferry.
I don't know that at all.
It's, yeah, I mean, I can't really play it, but you'll have to, I'll just share you, I can share you the playlist so you can go and listen to it. Sitting on the dock of the Bay by Michael Bolton.
Yeah, there's the twist. There's the twist.
That's a little bit of a twist. Living on a Prayer. There's also I couldn't get all of them on this one list, but I also had Heart of Mine by Boz Scaggs on there. Which
what a gross name.
Boz Scaggs. Very. I talked with our friend Mike about Boz Scaggs a little bit when we were in. He's an awesome singer, but it's
a gross name. But
yeah, it's just the Skaggs part of the Boz.
You know,
a little bit of column A, a little column B.
No, if you okay, so do you think this playlist is embarrassing? Do you think it's awesome? How do you feel about it?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Good
I'm not embarrassed by this at all.
Yes,
no, not
good
at
for
all.
you.
I will own every it's perfectly fine. I'm completely in touch with what a weird kid I was, but like why did I have like 2 copies of like the Dirty Dancing soundtrack when I was 11 years old? Like why was that so important to me? Why was all this stupid like sappy, it was
Dude,
it was like
speaking of which, I mean, do you remember my Boyz II Men years? I mean, I was very into Boyz II Men.
I remember you buying the Tony cassette tape.
Yep. And so that was all right. So well, this is gonna sound dark, but it's the truth. Okay. So after my brother passed, I bought music that I wanted to get, or that I wouldn't, because I would never do anything to like. The worst thing on earth is being called out by your older brother.
And he had a way of like kind of zeroing in on like what you were insecure about, and then just like
he was a bloodhound for sensing weakness. Okay, he was a bloodhound for sensing weakness. So anyways, I started actually buying like some of those things. Some people shouting out Phil Collins in the chat as well.
Phil Collins,
but
amazing.
Dude, I loved. I mean, some of the albums that I got like right off the top when I got my Columbia subscription was I got some stuff that I still listen to today. So like I got the Boyz II Men stuff. I got like the Shy, SHAI. I wasn't as much like a Belle Biv DeVoe guy, but dude, I will pull up some songs like, and listen, I can be a deep cut guy, Stu. Don't think I'm some poser. So you can pull up Under Pressure from the Motown Philly album, and I think I know like 95% of the words on it, including the vocal solos. Okay. But banger stuff, including the really sappy love songs. I remember listening to my Walkman with the little headphones, the little spongy headphones, and the thin metal, the thing silver metal with the black adjusters on it, and listen to that on the bus, man. And it was a guy I knew from high school that told me, just stop having guilty pleasures, like when it comes to music. Like if you like it, you like it, you know? And so it did help me own some of that early stuff, but I loved that, like, you know, wishing you had a girlfriend stuff. Oh yeah, baby. Look at it. We need this stuff, man.
Yeah.
We need this stuff. One of those dudes died. There's only 3 of them now. But Boyz II Men 2, their second album wasn't as good as their first album. Sometimes I think about me as an 8th grader knowing the lyrics to some of those songs that were a little bit on the suggestive side.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
And not knowing what you're saying, yeah. But anyways, but yeah, no, I mean, so that was some of my stuff. So I mean, you know, your Hall and Oates is safe with me, Stu.
I feel like I might have been influenced. I think when you made the R&B turn,
yeah,
I probably followed suit, but I didn't really get into the R&B as much as I think like the rap stuff that came out during that time. Because I did, the Boyz II Men. I liked Belle Biv DeVoe, and I liked the late 80s, you know, some of that late 80s rap stuff. But it wasn't until like bootleg copies of The Chronic started getting passed around, you know, in lockers at school. And it was like, this is real. This is like real contraband material, you know, like you have to like hide it in a, you know.
Well, dude, think about the weird cultural experience this is. I think I'm 14 and I'm working at my dad's shop. He worked in a carbide tool grinding shop. They made carbide, you know, precision carbide cutting tools or whatever. And they were just having me do little kid cleanup stuff, whatever. And I'm sure I was doing a terrible job. And I had a Walkman, and I traded for this with somebody. And shout out here to Kent. He said he was born in 1970. I was a little more into mixtapes like Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim. Good for you, KRS. KRS-One, Dougie Fresh, and Slick Rick. That's an OG lineup.
That's an OG lineup.
So, but this dovetails well because think about this. So
that stuff never even made it up to our area.
No, never.
Like that's never. That's like forbidden import that would have been probably never made it past Grand Rapids.
Somehow I got a tape of Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy.
I remember.
Dude, still one of my favorite albums.
The first time I heard it,
and like, dude, I tell you what. First of all, War 33 1/3 is amazing. Listening to those old James Brown samples on those things, Chuck D's voice thumps, and then like the stuff that I love, dude. I have a hard time listening to it with my kids because I just want to tell them how I love it. But like you go back and listen to it like when you're older and like you know a few more things. Like, you know, Chris Rock did the bit where it's getting hard to defend rap music. But if you haven't heard that, you should. But like, I mean, they're doing some stuff that's funny, some stuff that's serious, but also some stuff that's actually like talking about like contemporary cultural things going on. And I love that album. That is honestly, I love it.
This is so so just so we know where we are from like kind of like a water line. We're at the age where like all the older white guys that were like talking about jazz albums from like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Like, man,
Jared, can you pull up Fear of a Black Planet, please?
You've
The
never
album
even
for Fear of a Black
heard
Planet.
anything without listening to Mingus, man. You know, like just
Mingus
like
is
these,
good, by the way, but
just
yes.
like these, like a pseudo pretentious intellectual losers.
Oh, but dude, I tell you what, I love that album. So great. And it isn't, well, maybe it is, and maybe I'm not trying to make it like that, but maybe I am making it like that. But it's just I don't know, it's great because first of all, I mean, my first rap album was Ill Communication. We got BC Boys, and we got Born to Raise Hell, which was Run DMC. And then the third one, yeah, here we go. Fear of a Black Planet. If you are a hip hop fan and you don't know the album, you need to go back and listen to that stuff. If you're a James Brown fan, if you're like a funk soul guy, you know, I think this album is really, it can bridge a really good gap for that too. And yeah, I just love how Chuck raps too, and I think they had something cool, kind of, you know. And I would have to go back. There's other people that there's, you know, real like music heads that know this stuff better than me, but you know, Flavor Flav was a great character in that and played like a great role, you know, with the hype man stuff. I love that stuff, man. Drunk with Buds, good to see you in here. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect to be going down the rap rabbit hole. Let me give you a quick rundown on this game here. We're talking Philly 17-20 Giants. What is going on?
Scatterbo punched one in, no big deal.
Of course he did. Scatterbo. This guy is the epitome of 3 yards and a cloud of dust and a lot of bruised flesh. We got a picture up here. Oh, the ferret scooter. Did we? This is a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen. Feast your eyes on this. Who did you put this up, or did Stu Jer? Or I mean, Jairus, who put this up?
I have no idea what this is.
Dude, we've got a treat for you. There's a new segment. Small Town News is going to be built into the next episode. That's a teaser, ladies and gentlemen. If you feel like something's yanking on your lip here, that's the hook, man.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I was wondering what that was.
But yeah, we've got Jackson Dart, 10 of 13, 127-1, and he's got 38 yards and a tutty on the ground. I've got a buddy that's calling field goals figgies.
Should you say that?
Figgies?
Tutty.
I'm fine with tutty, but I don't like figgies. I have a buddy that's saying figgy, and I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we've got Hertz, 14-18, 164, and the TD, and nobody's doing anything over there, man. Goddard's got 6 for 50. Oh, but Brown is 5 for 73. Yeah, their offense is weird. It's almost like they're hurting losing their offensive coordinator more than the Lions are hurting losing their offensive coordinator.
Is there a chance that the Lions pull off like the most points in a season?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it looks like it. I think if they can get and keep that O-line healthy, if that offense stays healthy, man, I don't really see. I don't really see what you're gonna do. I think they have multiple guys. I think Jameson Williams would be wide receiver 1 on multiple teams. I think that Tesla would be getting at least wide receiver snaps on a lot of teams. Laporta would be the number 1 option on a lot of teams. So there's just so many places they can go, and I'm slowly mounting this case. I mean, you know, Goff has had 7 offensive coordinators. For some reason, he's had 1 bad season under Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher, yeah.
You know, the notorious excellent play caller. And I think it's going to be interesting, man. I think it's going to be interesting. His stats the last 4 years are pretty startling.
What's your read on tomorrow? And I know we want to wrap this up, but what's your read on tomorrow night's Tigers
dude?
game?
Oh, tomorrow night's Tigers game. I'm gonna be honest. I've got a bad feeling about Scooble going into Game 5, and I do think this is just my Detroit sports-itis, man. I want him to come out and just dominate. I love the fact that he's not roly, but he's built like a bulldog. You know what I mean?
Like David Wells.
Yeah, not quite Wellsian, but definitely in that thing. But
it's my favorite like sports body type. Like it's the best.
Well, he's gonna be Wellsian. I mean, he's still in his 20s right now.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I respect is it looks like potentially, like he might have put on a couple LBs since the beginning of the season, but there's no way in hell he's changing the size of his uniform. He just stays right in it. It's snug. Yeah. Hey, Kate, love you, hon. But yeah, so I do want to see him come out and just dominate. But for some reason, the Tigers, it never feels real. So especially with the blistering first half of the season, and then they just start eating it in the second half, and then they beat the Tribe, and then we'll see. What do you think they're going to pull it off tomorrow?
Scooball.
Oh, dude. I need somebody, producer Jer. I need that overlaid. I need that side by sided with the Duvall
Liam
footage, the Liam Cohen stuff. But yeah, so
I don't know. He hasn't been great against the Mariners. So, but
yeah,
but
baseball's
it's
so
October.
Dumb.
So, who knows?
Baseball's so dumb because somebody just gets hot and then next year, they just win it all. So,
I mean, that's pumped if the bats stay hot and then we just roll into the ALCS.
You got it. It drives me crazy how often I'm watching a game and it's 1-0, it's 2-1, and then they end up losing.
And then it's like 10-8, after after the 8th inning,
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, we're gonna wrap. I'm glad. I was glad to see everybody in here hanging out. I always love seeing everybody in here. We appreciate the comments, helping us reminisce with some of these old things that we used to listen to and maybe still do listen to.
And of course, we're the old things.
That's right. We are the old things. If you can, if you want to drop any topics or anything like that in the comments. Or DMs or whatever, let me know stuff that you want us to talk on. We always love hearing stuff like that. But from the mighty and powerful producer Jer in the cage, and my man Stu, hope you guys have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Later.
This feeling's deeper than an ocean, with a groove that's beating harder than my heart. So baby, now just hear me out. No, don't fear this emotion, 'cause you can't stop